Years ago, years ago, I'm actually running around in the Belgian beer culture for years now. I met a lot of incredible families and old brewers and great fanatic blenders and all these great people with incredible stories and a very rich history also. And so many of these people who were actually suppliers when we were running a bar or something, we became friends over time because we shared the same passion and so on. So I hear a lot of stories about different things. Belgian beer culture is not just about beer. It's a very rich story of fanatic people and old families and people that literally became legends over time. So very few people know about this. Even Belgian people don't really know how it even came to the point that Belgian beer became so famous. So when all these, that global crisis happened a few years ago, at that time I was running a bar in the Grand Place of Brussels. So all our customers, mainly Americans and English and so on, so they were just unable to travel, so we remain in the cellar with our bottles. And I went around to these old people and brewers, and just everyone was a bit in the same mess. And out of that situation, actually, with sharing the greatest bottles of our collection with the greatest people of the Belgian beer culture, came the idea of creating something way bigger. So in 2016, the Belgian beer culture was recognized by UNESCO as World Heritage. And I also created my bar. I founded my bar in Brussels Grand Place also on that exact date, because I thought it was like a crucial date. So not being able to run my bar, which by the way I never felt as a job. I enjoy telling the story to people and living these great moments around a great bottle and telling the story of this specific brewer or the family and so on. So out of that I felt the fire of telling the story and keep on telling the story. So I met the great guy along the way, Cristiano. Cristiano is my friend in the meantime, also my associate now in Belgian Barrels. Out of just the idea of making a little movie of rolling the barrels, getting loaded and coming soon, like that kind of message on social media became a whole like an exponential movie project. So we actually now are on a track to create like a movie series where we will actually eternalize the near forgotten stories about Belgian beer culture. So what made Belgian beer so famous in the world? I mean, very few people know that like 50 years ago, the Belgian beer was not known at all. So it all started with a few friends in Antwerp, objective beer provers. They were tasting beers, making reports about it, and then an American journalist pick it up and publish it in an American newspaper. And that event, that simple event, had such an impact. So now the whole world knows Belgian beer, but it all started on that specific moment. So all these things, these and many other things, like when small breweries then get phone calls from United States, English, they didn't even speak English at that time. So they got a lot of demand. Export to United States was ignited. So from United States it spread over the world. So, I mean, small family breweries became giant companies with a lot of money, became a lot of trouble also. So there's a lot of stuff happened. Some brewery even got killed and all these things. So very few people know about these things. So the Belgian Barrels movie project will actually eternalize these near forgotten stories. So the true story of Belgian beer culture. It's a cultural heritage story. So we are I feel very humble to be in a position to record this and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's in the interest of the whole culture. So it's not. So yeah, I'm very, very humble to be in this position, still to be in touch with these crucial people in Belgian beer culture, and to share bottles with them and to tell their story. It's a true honor. So I invite anyone with interest or respect for Belgian beer culture to join us, to join us with some funding in our current spreads campaign to bring us to the next level. So the first step will be like a real 50 minutes pilot, which would then ignite the fire for the series, and that's our movie project. And along that way, because obviously this is also a beer project, we are producing beers. The commercialization of the beers was not our initial target. The first target is to eternalize Belgian beer culture. But obviously through all our contacts we lay hands on the most exclusive barrels, the revival of disappeared breweries. So joining Belgian Barrels is joining a family which then will continue to produce and revive the heritage. And it's just an honor to be here in this position, and I invite everyone to join us. So thanks for all your support, and cheers.